program. Right now that looks like it's going to be approximately a $20 camp out. That'll be leave on Friday night, come back on Sunday. Folks, I don't know much more, I don't know hardly anything your boy can do for $20 anymore. And with the way this troop's been running, I have no doubt that it's going to be a good time out there at Warner Camp. So, I will say on Warner Camp, guys, there is a possibility we may have to move that date. Everybody stay tuned to your email, stay tuned to your messages, because with the weather being as cold as it is, I don't know if they're going to be able to turn on the water out there at camp as soon as they thought. They had promised me that April 13th, the water would be on. I need to get back with them because weather has not warmed up like it should have. I need to get with them and make sure that they can still get running water for us out there on the 13th. If not, we may have to move that camp out. I put a call into them today. I don't know, apparently the office girl was not in the office, so I don't have a definite move on that, but that is a possibility because of the weather being the way it is. Okay, so stay tuned on that. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you want to, we'll keep you guys informed as best we can, but like Don said earlier, we're still working on the email list that kind of got goofed up, so we're going to work to perfect that, but stay tuned. Please stay in the loop. Okay? Mr. Owen.
I passed out a sheet earlier asking for your information. If you would please make sure to get those back to me, I'd appreciate it. This is how we're going to fix the mailing list. So write clearly, write precisely, so that we can get an accurate email for you and an accurate phone number, please.
Okay, good. Thank you. Folks, one last thing. We were blessed a little while ago. We needed somebody to work with Robbie Cook and Alan Oxhandler on their Eagle rings. And that particular thing is a special situation. It's not as easy as one might think. It's a pretty key point in the young man's life when he's attaining his Eagle. And it takes a lot of work and a lot of proper guidance to make it happen in a proper manner. The Eagle rank is attained a little bit different than any other rank because there's a lot more scout participation in it. And it's not as simple as jumping through the hoops, doing your merit badges, doing your rank requirements. There's a lot more involved in it. And we struggled for quite a while trying to find somebody that would fit the bill for this. Don't you look at me. There was only one person. I finally got on the phone, and I had to eat crow a little bit to do this. But I called somebody that I've known for 13, 14 years. Yeah. And she used to be advancement coordinator for this troop, and she had moved on to better things since her son had attained Eagle in this troop. But we were fortunate enough that she decided to come back and help out with this troop. Colleen Heiser, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for helping with this troop again.
You're welcome.
Colleen, I apologize. I was mentioning committee members earlier, and
It's okay.
bonehead. I'm sorry. I didn't read my own program. There's actually a list of the committee members in the program.
Okay.
I didn't even read my own print. I apologize.
It's all right.
I saw him come running up the back room. I knew what he was going to do. But, folks, it's been a great year. We're not done yet by no means. We got a long way to go yet. We got the spring camp out. We got Dorchester coming up to what, like my wife referred to a little while ago. Guys, one real quick thing on these books. These books my wife has been doing for years. And I'll tell you guys, when we pull up to the border, we are the first troop to cross the border because we go up Thursday night. We are the first troop that these crossing guards, that these crossing gurus, for lack of a better term, see. And when we go across the border, we're the first troop, so they don't know what's going on. And when we have a group like this and a trailer full of equipment, an extra car behind us, it can throw up a red arrow to the crossing guards, to the customs agents. There's the name I'm looking for, customs agent. And when we cross the border Thursday night late, of course, they have good reason to be skeptical. But when we bring out this book that my wife referred to, these customs agents are just overwhelmed because everything that my wife puts into these books is exactly what they need. And this is why she's saying it's important to have this information to her on time so that she can have these books ready. Because she puts everything in these books we need. She has birth certificates, she has the IDs she needs, she has everything in this thing. She really does an excellent job of dotting the I's, crossing the T's, which makes our job a lot easier, getting these guys across the border and back home on Sundays. So I appreciate it. I appreciate if you cooperate with her as well. because it does make my life easier at home as well. But
Another thing too that's new for Dorchester is that they have activities on Friday evening.
yeah,
So,
and just
not
on a,
everything, but, you know, there'll be quite a few activities on Friday evening, which they haven't had before.
and on the note of youth protection, folks, which we're always concerned about, something new with Dorchester as well this year. Every adult that goes along on a scout outing now in Canada, whether you're a Canadian scouter, whether you're American scouter, they don't care if you come from Timbuktu. You need to be a registered scouter now. Because everybody that goes into Canada and has direct contact with these scouts will have had to go through a background check now. So that's something new this year, and it's just, you know, Canada's way of saying that they're going to tighten up their standards, tighten up their standards on youth protection a little bit. So
Well,
that's,
just like the US has.
well, the US has always had this, but Canada's been a little more lenient with it. But starting this year, all of the adults have to be registered as well, so that they will have gone through a background check. So
So even
that's-
if you're a parent that wants to go along,
Yeah.
you have to be registered. Because with the Council of Michigan, when we register you, they automatically do a background check on you.
We're going to have another one of these Court of Honors at the end of June, the last meeting of the year, which I don't think is even on the calendar yet, on Don's calendar. No, it's not. The last meeting we have in June, there's going to be another one of these Court of Honors, except the one in June. To the best of my knowledge, I've talked to Tony a little bit about it. The PLC has not made the final plans yet, but typically what we do is we do a picnic-style camp out over at Kindleberger Park, where you bring your own family's dinner, and we all eat dinner together, and then we go over on Scouts Hill and Parchment and celebrate accomplishments, rank advancements. That's where the boys, in the meantime, the boys will elect new leaders for the troop next year. That's where the new leadership is announced, and that will happen the last meeting in June. So it won't be too much longer. Hopefully we'll all be back together again. Okay? I think that's all I have. Anything else, Alan? Anything you need to add? Okay. Again, thanks for everybody for coming. It's real great to see all of you.
Color guard.
It's real great to see all of you. Carol.
Yeah, and on your calendar, it says there's a meeting on April 1st, that's the first day of spring break. Can you clarify that there will not be a meeting?
Troop meeting?
Yes.
Yeah. How'd that happen, Don?
The information I'm fed.
That is true. April 1st is spring break, so it is not a meeting that night. Okay?
That's an April Fool's joke.
Could be. Could be. Don't forget to get your cards back to Mr. Willoughby if you have not done so far. I think that's all I have. Alan, you want to wrap this thing up? Sure. All right. I'll keep these. Where's mine?
Jim, do you have one more thing to do before we close?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, let's see.
Oh, that just screwed your numbers all up.
Has everyone turned in their